Well, it's fight night in the United States of America. Tonight, Mike Tyson steps back in the ring with Roy Jones. To say these two guys are past their prime would be an understatement until you see the hype videos and the speed and the strength. It's going to be an interesting to watch. In this video, I'm going to tell you all the different ways you can watch it and stream it online. So the fight starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's going to be 7 Central, and that's actually when the pay-per-view event starts. The main card starts an hour after that, so that would be 9 p.m. Eastern time if you're just looking for the Tyson-Jones fight. Now, the most obvious choice for where to stream this is going to be Tyson on Triller.com. It's $49.99. This is typical of pay-per-view events. If you remember back in the day when the UFC fights were on, or any kind of Mike Tyson boxing match, any of those pay-per-view events, a lot of WWE stuff, it's typically $50. Are there ways around that? Probably, if you know where to look online. It's probably going to be a jank video that's a half the screen, or with the pitch of the audio messed up. If you want to see it, pay the $50 and watch it in good quality. It may be available afterwards pretty quickly. It wouldn't surprise me if the whole thing's available online legally in full quality within a couple hours of the fight. So the second place is any major satellite or cable company like Comcast, Xfinity, Fios, they're all going to have this. Just go to your pay-per-view section on your guide, or if you're not familiar with that, just go to the search bar and type Tyson and it'll probably pop right up. If you don't have access to any of that, you can also go to FITE.TV and stream it there. If you're not in the United States, you could always pop over to a VPN if you're on one of your devices, or if you're in the UK or Australia, there's a couple of other options. The UK has it available on BT Sport Box Office, and Australia is going to make it available through Main Event. So those are some different options. Again, if you're not in the United States, you could try a VPN and see if that works for you. These guys are getting on up there in age, and I remember when I was a kid, say 20 years old, Mike Tyson would just destroy his opponents. There was all this build-up. I remember they had an event here in Memphis at the Pyramid, and there was all this pomp and circumstance about it, and in the end, he would just go in and knock somebody out in the first round. And, some of these matches lasted less than a minute, and you're like, wow, $50 for that, or even if you actually had tickets to be there, you paid a lot more than that. So it's just one of those things. They've asked and interviewed these guys several times about it being a real fight, or is this just an exhibition bout for charity. I gotta say, like I said before, the strength and the speed from both of them, it looks like they're coming to fight. So, and as a little surprise in there, in case you haven't heard, it turns out that Jake Paul is also going to be boxing tonight, earlier in the card. So enjoy the Tyson-Jones fight. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, click subscribe and the notification bell, and I'll try and bring you more ways to watch important events as they happen.